Morning.
Morning.
Technically, this is day 2 of our trip. However, I'm kind of classing it as day 1 because this is when the weather improves, for starters. Yesterday, I was secretly a little bit bummed out that the majority of the drive was grey motorway. We didn't really have much sunshine. We did eventually have some tunnel runs and we got some supercar sounds. But today for me is where it really kicks off. We're going from Lake Annecy and working our way down the most indirect route possible to find some fantastic driving roads before winding our way into Monte Carlo. Oh, we've also been joined by Seb in the Batmobile. So it appears this morning, Sam, yours was the only car to get covered in bird poo.
Yeah, so I'm now cleaning
How's that worked out?
with
Although
a bottle of
definitely
Evian.
the only person to clean your car with a bottle of Evian.
I'm so proud of my new wrap. I'm pleased with it that I'm like, flies, go away!
So this is something I haven't spoken about yet. So this is the first time that I've seen Sam's wrap in person. It's looking really good. What's the name of the red?
Dub Fire Red.
Dub Fire
Dub
Red.
Custom Special, and it's all about
this.
this.
Has a gold fleck in it, right?
Come.
Be shown.
Now
Oh, there it
the sun
is.
is out.
There it is.
You
Look
can
how
pick up.
good that looks. Yeah, gold flick. So while on camera that might look a little bit orange, that is actually gold. It looks fantastic. And the idea as well is, if you haven't watched Sam's wrap video, is that this black bonnet matches with the whole central black line theme that goes down the center of this car. So we go bonnet, roof, and then the bit from factory, which is black, is this central compartment over the engine bay here. It's a really nice sweeping line. Works really well. I was about to say it's not every day you fill up next to a Batmobile, but in the last few months it happens more often than I'd expect. 98! Give me the juice! Let's go and have a chat with Paul, because despite me being on the road with him all day yesterday, I haven't even said hello on camera yet.
No?
Well, I did, but I cut it out of the video yesterday.
Okay, yeah, that's what I found as well. Like, all of the good bits actually wasn't the talking.
No,
it was the driving.
And the first half of yesterday was a little bit grey and tarmacky,
Yeah,
and,
and we were just stuck in
motorway.
cars.
It was just
Stuck in
sucky.
cars.
Today, I'm classing this as day 1, really.
Yeah.
Because this is sunshine, we're working our way into Monaco.
The weather's good.
And there's a different vibe about this. It's
Yeah.
like a tangible change in environment.
And we didn't wake up at 4 AM.
Which is amazing. Yeah, actually got some sleep. So waking up at 7 for us these days is like a lion. So it'll be the first time that you've had your car on a road trip?
Yeah, first time on a road trip, and first time on like some proper roads. When
yeah.
it isn't, because it's now run in. Also, it's done over the 1,000 miles.
Mate, you must be so excited.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
really
wait to hear that
excited,
thing. Do you know, one of my favourite things is when you hear the dude's car in front like resonating off the walls next to you. It's such a special sound.
It is a banging sound.
So we're heading down to Monaco today, but we're going the most indirect route possible just for the purpose of finding some amazing roads.
We've basically gone on Google Maps and typed in Monaco and then avoid motorways.
Went on Google Maps and it's so similar to that one down the volcano the other way, so hopefully it'll be sick.
If you can take me to something that mildly resembles what we drove in Tenerife, I will thank you in pizza.
Good man, call him on!
Leisure ground of twisty asphalt. Cannot wait to get finally my own car on a road deserving of its magnificence. And it's funny that the last few months I've had so much time on the road and traveling, but it's barely been in my own cars. Those of you that watched my 675LT Epiphany video, which is the first time that I drove an LT, it just so happened to be an LT Spider, was one of the best drives of my life. And I'm still yet to have that experience in my own car, but I've got a feeling today is the day. All right, lunch stop. It's actually technically breakfast stop for me. I haven't had anything to eat all day. I'm absolutely starving. And we saw the first sign that said pizzeria. Look at the location. Absolutely perfect day. Day, wasn't it? What a great
Our
road.
blast lasted 10 minutes and we
I know there was a lot of traffic, but it's sort of got me excited.
Yeah,
and wanting more.
Got me
Wanting more
going.
of it.
And then classic YouTubers on the walkie-talkie.
Like,
Pizzeria? Pizzeria?
Me and Chris got split
the
up,
ambulance.
and me and Chris, GT3 RS and the R8, and we pulled out, and it was like 3 cars in a row. And then he went, and as I pulled out and gunned it, there was an ambulance coming the other way with the flashing lights on, and I didn't know what speed he was doing. I nailed it, and literally must have gone in as he went past. I was like, and Kelly was asleep. I felt so bad.
Yeah.
I came to that petrol station. I was like, "Oh, going on."
Yeah, I remember you saying. You really put yourself out. You really put yourself
I was
out.
way over my driving
freak
threshold.
you?
Yeah.
I remember you really were like, I'm going.
Yeah. Have you ever driven back to roads where you learnt to drive on, or when you had your first
M25.
car?
We're from London.
So I now live in a different area to where I grew up and where I learned to drive. And sometimes I go back to that area in like modern day supercars now, and I look back on areas I used to overtake, and I'm like, I wouldn't overtake there in a Playrock. You know what I mean? I'm just like, what was I thinking?
Do you know the moment I loved was when we filmed the S1 695 video?
Yeah.
And we're driving along, and Joe goes, you see this T-junction? I'm like, yeah, he goes, that tree's where I binned my Scuderia. And I'm like, cool.
I knew that was coming.
Let's slow this one down.
Bolognese pizza. Doesn't sound like it would go, but it's honestly one of the best pizzas I've ever had. It's just a thing. On the continent in Europe, they just seem to do pizzas better. Anyway, back in these fabulous cars, take these fabulous roads, to eventually wind down into Monte Carlo. It's a feeling almost beyond description to have a supercar on a super road with one of your good mates up front, also driving his favourite supercar. Oh, and I'm back on these super tyres. I know I keep banging on about tyres, but they absolutely transform this car. The lateral grip is phenomenal. You can really, really lean on the outside edge, and it just instills so much confidence in you when driving this car, which in turn just makes it very pleasurable indeed. So we're only about, I don't know, maybe 100 miles away from our destination now. I can tell that we are finally flowing quite south because, well, the environment's changing. The change in atmosphere, the sunshine, the light, even the texture of the trees and the rocks. You know that you're heading down south, and well, let's face it, the whole world becomes beautiful around here. Oh, wow. Like, it doesn't matter what conditions it is in England. It's just not this, is it?
It's just not this.
It's just not this. And the roads don't go on for as long as this.
No.
It's constantly flowing.
The roads, the scenery, the air, there's something, everything about it. I'm getting emotional.
I'm going along and I've just got this massive smile on my face. It's like, what is happening?
Outrageous.
How are you finding your car? Because basically me and Sam are in quite a similar situation in that first time these cars have left England and gone to a proper road, Your exhaust, that thing, it's got
unreal,
a
isn't it?
particularly top end. It's got that howl that you get. It's got like subtones of 458.
Yeah,
it really does. It's
I am obsessed. I'm so
It's
happy
so
with
cool.
it. And once you start going in those cars, I can't imagine what this is like. I can't, because that feels too quick. I'm at 50%.
You need to have it on this trip. You should have a go. You should definitely have a go because you need to
My mind will
know.
be boggled. Then I'll hate my own car. I'm literally like.
And you've said since you fitted the exhaust, more power.
Yeah, 100% quicker. 100% quicker. I don't know how much I'd be
fantastic.
interested to dyno it to see, because they reckon 20 to 25 horsepower. I didn't want to say it in my videos in case it's not, but
Sure,
out
but
here now,
definitely a tangible
100%.
feeling.
100%.
When you're approaching the ocean, particularly the Mediterranean, the palm trees unfold, the rock formations change. I just love it. It changes my whole demeanor. I get happy, I get excited. And of course, we're winding our way down during Top Mark, so we're also going to rock up into town, and the whole environment there is going to be buzzing. Last year, the supercar scene was fantastic, but of course the whole town as well is vibrating with action. So without further ado, let's head on down there. We're going to drop the cars off at Seb's and then call it a day at Tip Top. Okay, and this is a slightly random place to end the vlog. However, the last time I was in this car, in fact driving this car, was on a frozen lake in Finland. And now I've been following it all day in my own car, which has been fantastic. But we quickly realised that you actually can't see anything out of this car.
Nothing at all. Literally nothing at
zero.
all. Round the back, nothing.
The other thing we've noticed is I don't think Justin Bieber would draw a crowd as much as this car. It's unbelievable. I currently feel like a fish in a bowl. But yeah, I just wanted to jump in this thing and do my sign off because it's been fantastic following it all day. And it sounds brilliant.
It's been fantastic
the
following your
installation,
car.
really?
Yeah, like your car, when you accelerate, there's nothing like it because you dip down, accelerate, crack, and then when you get on the brakes, it just does the massive
and the wind
air
goes
brake.
boom.
Yeah. It's unbelievable to see.
Anyway, Seb and I are now going to do a few laps of